If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's a word track or a sales script snippet that you can use, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Supplemental, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you. I tend to believe that there's people around you and people around me that are very smart, and they say things that you can adapt, that you can modify, that you can take and use as your own. There's two really smart people around me who have used this word track effectively, and I really like it, okay? And so the word track is this. I think that you should do that. You should do that, okay? And I'm going to give you some context. First person that I heard say this in my life was a dude named Mitchell Smith, probably one of the best salespeople I've ever met. Mitch, if you're watching, you're amazing, okay? So there is a lot of times where I would ride with Mitch, and people would say, hey, I'm going to get other bids. And Mitch would go, I think you should do that, right? If that's what you want to do, I think you should. And instead of fighting them, he would meet them where they were at and say, I think you should. These are the things you're probably going to find. Ultimately, at the end of the day, you're going to call back and reach out to me, right? And he had various other things that he did. By the way, I'm not going to give you his entire sales script because that's up to him. So the second person that I heard say this in a meaningful way was Roland Frazier. And so Roland Frazier helps people acquire companies. He's one of my coaches. He's one of my mentors. And so when talking with him and buying a company, people will say, well, I think I could probably get more money from my business. And he says, if you can do that, you should absolutely do that. If you can, you should absolutely go that direction. There's different multiple ways that you can say this. There's a lot of different ways that you can take it. But be aware that sometimes your want and need to try to talk somebody out of doing something actually creates more problems for you. It creates some resistance in the sales process. And there are ways for you to minimize it by just saying, hey, if you think you can achieve that, I hope you can. Go out and take a look. And if it doesn't work, come back and have a conversation with me. And this right here is why you should join my email publication. Go to that URL above my head, type it in. It's an email publication. I'll send you emails. Straightforward. Sometimes I'll sell you something. You're going to be fine. So here's the thing. The way that you use this word track is somebody says, well, you know, I think I need to talk to your competition, or I need to get other bids, or I think I could do better. Your answer is great. I think you should. And then follow up with, here's what you're going to find. Here's X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3. And if it doesn't work out, you should reach out to me. That is the way that Roland Frazier taught me. It's a little bit different than what Mitch Smith has. I'm not going to give up all of his details without his permission. Okay? So you should practice this today. I think you should do that, right? I'm doing it right now with you. I think you should do that. It's probably one of the best things that you could do. And what you're going to find is, in your mind, you're thinking, if I tell somebody that they should go get bids, they're probably going to go get bids. What you're going to find is that reduces resistance in the sales message because you're meeting that person where they're at. You're having a meaningful conversation with them. You're telling them, go ahead. I'm not scared. Like a lot of times when people go like, oh, like you don't have to go talk to other people. Like, what are you afraid of? You're afraid that they're going to tell you something that, you know, that may be less. They may have a better product. They may have a better service. They may have a more expensive product. They may have more expensive service. Like, I don't care. You want to go talk to other people? I think you should, right? People tell me, hey, Scott, I'm going to go watch a different YouTube channel, or I'm going to go get a different coach or trainer. I'm like, maybe you should, right? I'm okay. You'll come back. Here's what you're going to find. You're going to go down that path. You're going to talk to 2 or 3 different people, and you're going to find out all sorts of interesting things about them in this industry and in the service. And at the end of the day, what you're going to find is you're probably going to call me back anyway. Cool. I think you should, right? It's not just, hey, I think you should. You have to throw that kicker in there of the reason why. Great, you should do that. I think you should. Give them 1 or 2 reasons why they're going to come back to you. And then say, I'll take that phone call. I'll be okay with it, right? Here's what you're going to find, okay? So for me, somebody says, hey, I'm going to go get a different consultant. Hey, I think you should. Nobody has 8 books like I do. Nobody has 3,500 YouTube videos. Nobody sat through thousands of hours of coaching and training. Nobody's been personally hand coached by Jay Abraham and Roland Frazier. I think you should. Here's what you're going to find, right? It's exactly my playbook. I think you should do that. Go ahead. And then your reason why. I'm trying to dimensionalize this as much as possible for you so that you don't drop the ball. When somebody goes, hey, I'm going to get other bids. Hey, I think you should do that. You should. Here's what you're going to find. You know, they're going to have people come out here, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And ultimately, here's the kicker. You're going to call me back and say, hey, thank you for giving me the heads up. Okay? That's all you have to do. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it. Every time I send a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.